Today what we're going to be doing, like I said, is the transition. So she's going to explain to you what happens after 3.
Okay.
Okay? With your permission, for Gabrielle, we need to release some information. I've made copies of stuff that she'll need, IFSP, any evaluations that were done. So if you would give the permission, just sign it, and then she'll start the conference.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So let me share with you some of the services that we do provide here that your child may be receiving. All right?
Okay. I'm thinking about also maybe transportation, just in case I cannot bring my son every day.
Sure, sure. Whatever service your child qualifies for, either just coming for speech or coming to the PPCD class, there is transportation provided.
Okay.
We would fill out the appropriate paperwork, send it into transportation, but that shouldn't be a problem. So let me explain to you what the special education process is so you have an idea of what is going to happen and by what time frame all this will happen. Okay? With Any Baby Can, you have an IFSP meeting where you talk about his progress, his goals, what they will be working on. We have the same thing. We just call ours ARD. And the ARD stands for Admission, Review, and Dismissal. And this is where we discuss the child's goals and services, and much what ECI, Any Baby Can, does with their IFSP. Okay? So the first meeting that we have is when we admit a child into special education. And then every year around that same time, we have a review meeting where we review the goals, we review the progress, and we discuss how the child is doing. And then when the child is ready to be dismissed from special education, we have a dismissal meeting. So that's what ARD stands for. I will also give you a prior written notice, and that's a notice that lets you know what we're doing and why we're doing it, so that you have an idea of the process and what is going to happen in this process with your child. All right? Okay. We need your parental consent for anything that we're going to do. We need your parental consent to share information. When you bring your child for testing, we'll also request your consent for that as well. Okay? When we make that appointment for that initial evaluation, you'll be asked to come here for the assessment. We'll have a form for you to sign for consent as well. We will form a committee meeting for the ARD. And that committee is going to determine what placement, what services, what the program is going to be for your child. All right? People or the members of that committee meeting will always include the parent. You will always be invited, and any other person that has worked with your child, has tested your child. ECI is also welcome to come to that meeting if you invite them. So any person that knows, has any knowledge with your child is a part of that committee meeting. Okay? We will schedule the meeting so that everybody that needs to be present can attend. So we'll be meeting with you so that we can have we can come with an appointment. At that ARD meeting, we will develop an IEP. It's an individualized education program. This IEP is much like the IFSP. So this IFP is going to let you know what your child's eligibility is, what their disability is, what services we recommend, what services they're going to receive, what their goals are, how many minutes they're going to get of services, where are they going to get those services, how are you going to be informed of their progress. All of that information is going to be in this IEP. Okay, and an IEP will be developed every time we have his ARD meeting. Okay. All right. Okay. You will know what his present levels are in all the areas as well. You will know what his annual goals are. All of that will be in his IEP. Okay.
Rosie, I have a question. Can Doris go observe the classroom beforehand to see what kind of classroom it is, just to get a feeling for the program?
Oh, of course, you can visit.
And he does have a G-tube, so it's something that your guys will be able to, Mom was wondering if y'all gonna know how to manage that part as well.
Oh, of course, of course. We will include the nurse also, so that you meet her, and she knows what services or what the doctor recommends. We'll need doctor prescription, for feeding.
Okay.
So we'll get you connected with the nurse, and we'll have another meeting like this with the nurse as well, so that you can, ask questions of her, and then she can know what service your child needs. I'm also going to include enrollment information, so that once he turns 3, he's ready to start school. Okay, so you fill this out. This is the enrollment information that they need in the front office. You will need to bring the child's birth certificate, his shot record, a copy of your ID, his social security card, and also proof of residence. Okay, so bring that along with this form so that he is enrolled and everything is ready to start once he turns 3. And if you don't mind signing here that you agree to what we've discussed, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosie.